Hi everyone, Canoopsy here. I've made many videos about the iPad, but the one subject I've never really gone into detail with is the iPad from a creator's perspective. Now, I make a lot of different things. Tech videos like this one, I do product photography, I design minimal wallpapers and print designs, I do graphic design, I made my own icon pack, and the list goes on and on. And the iPad Pro is really my secret weapon, the device I use in one way or another for all of these different projects. And that's what this video is all about. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, the platform to learn all the creative skills you've always been interested in learning. The first 1,000 people who join with my link in the description get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, so you can explore your creativity today. Okay, so first, one of my biggest uses for the iPad is conceptualizing and planning. For simple point form notes of what I want to talk about for videos like what I'm doing right now, the iPad is perfect for jotting down notes in just the Notes app. When I'm typing up a few points for a script or working on a proposal for a project, I end up working all around my home living space with the iPad throughout the day, mainly with Apple's Magic Keyboard, because it's just so damn good. Between the key travel and the trackpad and just how slim and lightweight it is, it's kind of a dream. Then when I'm planning out more visual-based stuff, I take off the keyboard and just with the Apple Pencil, I write and draw. So for shots in a video, I tend to have a vision of what I want the sequence to be like from scene to scene, shot to shot, before I actually shoot the video itself. But for more complex sequences, I'll just draw up these simple yet kind of awful sketches, but trust me, they are still super useful. Just putting a simple visual next to my notes, it's very helpful when I'm actually shooting. And for video thumbnails, I do the exact same kind of rough drawings, just to nail the layout, maybe pick some colors, and decide what exactly I have to shoot for a video. Drawing out these rough concepts, even as bad as they actually look, are very useful in the long run. Now when it's time to actually shoot a video like this one or take a few photos, the iPad comes in handy as well. I use the iPad as kind of my reference monitor while filming with the Canon app over Wi-Fi. It's not perfect, it's not completely synced up, but it lets me see my frame a bit larger when I'm actually framing up a shot. I can also control the camera from the app as well, like taking pictures, starting a video, adjusting white balance, ISO, aperture, all of that fun stuff. It also works from a few feet away as well, so I can kind of be across the room adjusting the settings, the focus, whatever, and it's kind of like having a remote with a huge viewfinder touchscreen. It works for photos and videos and is especially useful for someone like myself who doesn't have a crew to help me shoot. Another thing I've been using the iPad for the last few months is all the wallpaper and icon pack stuff I've been working on. The main app I use for all of this is called Procreate. Now, I get it, Procreate is sort of a weird choice for designs like this, but for me personally, it just makes sense and it works. It has excellent layer support, plenty of brushes, easy to choose and modify color options, and just being able to pinch and zoom, use the pencil to draw or navigate, it feels very natural, very human. Some of you have also wanted to know my process, how I actually make these wallpapers, and basically it starts out with kind of getting inspiration from other design elements or things I see around the city. I take photos, then I come back and kind of channel those inspirations into the designs I make. Sometimes I draw up a quick rough layout of shapes I want to use, then choose colors, or vice versa. I try to draw these flowing, kind of natural, abstract shapes and use colors that contrast each other as well as work together pretty well in the final wallpaper. Then after many revisions, testing out the designs on a few devices, the wallpaper is ready to go. Now, the iPad, as I've proven in a few videos, is really a solid traditional computer replacement even if you do creative work. I actually made a whole video using the iPad as my main computer while producing an entire video, editing that video, and working on the thumbnail plans and everything solely on the iPad. I'll link that video in the description. But almost a year later, using the iPad for editing videos, working on thumbnails, editing photos, all that fun stuff, the iPad is still as fast as day one. It doesn't even break a sweat. And it honestly is equivalent to, if not faster, than my fully spec'd 16-inch 2019 MacBook Pro, which by the way isn't really feeling so fast these days, if I'm being honest. It's a combination of the optimized apps, iOS optimizations, and Apple's insane processor designs. I don't know how they do it, but I'm still impressed. While some things I wouldn't use the iPad for and some things I really can't use the iPad for, it's a balance of knowing what the iPad does and what it doesn't do. And the things it does do, it does very well. If you're trying to buy an iPad for creative work, just check the App Store and see if the tools you need are available in advance. Make sure the programs and the apps you need are in the App Store before you invest in an iPad. So that's how I use the iPad as a creator for all of my day-to-day work. I'm always finding new things the iPad can do, and being so light and portable makes work at home and on the go much more convenient. With the speed almost a year later still being as fast as day one, and the accessories like the Apple Pencil and Magic Keyboard blending with the iPad so well, it's an incredible experience. This being all said, you don't need an iPad or the latest tablet or the fastest computer or the best camera or the phone with the most amount of cameras to make great things. These are all nice to have, but not essential for creativity. The best thing about creativity is that the only limits that it has are the ones that you set. So don't set any limits and make great things with the things that you have. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. And it's really been an honor to partner with them over the last few months as they believe in the power of creativity as much as I do. Skillshare is basically an online learning community with classes all about the creative skills you may have been interested in learning. Things like photography, web design, illustration, productivity, marketing, video editing, and so much more. It's all on Skillshare. And it's all taught by actual creative professionals with engaging, entertaining classes and real projects so you can actually practice the skills that you learn. And there are plenty of excellent classes like this one from Kurt Elster about Shopify Essentials for developers. It covers the basics all the way to the more advanced things within the platform. I'm actually working on making my own website, and this class has been very helpful with all the technical stuff as well as just how to manage a website and storefront. The first 1,000 people who join Skillshare with my link in the description get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, so you can explore your creativity today. And after your trial, it's less than $10 a month with the annual subscription. And a huge thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So that's how I use the iPad Pro as a creator. And let me know in the comments down below your favorite tool or favorite piece of tech that you use for making things and just creativity in general. Also, if you hate the mustache, head over to Twitter, let me know. Give me a follow if you want as well. I post great content like all of these wonderful tweets. And thank you for watching.